On the dividend news, guys, we do have PPG Industries, which hiked its dividend by 4.8%, ticker symbol PPG. The other one that did raise its dividend as well was State Street Corporation, which hiked its dividend by almost 10%, ticker symbol STT. And the last one here, guys, we have is Corteva, which hiked its dividend by 7%, ticker symbol CTVA. Congrats to all the shareholders for these companies. What's up, everybody? This is Antonio here to bring you episode 196 of the portfolio update. So you guys already know it's Sunday. It's time to go over the portfolio, what we bought, what we sold, what dividends came in, what options we actually placed, which ones we had to manage and roll, and just in general, remember, guys, how much we grew the dividend snowball, because every single week we come back. Well, I guess we dollar cost average into the portfolio no matter what the portfolio is doing. So by the end of every Sunday, we see this grow and grow. This is our dividend snowball, or I guess our monthly dividend snowball, that we're trying to eventually get to such a huge amount that we could eventually live off of this. Right now, we're projected to make about $344.03 every single month, which comes out to be about 47 cents every single hour, guys. Imagine that. Definitely, we're going to continue to grow this. By the end of the video, this should be a lot higher on the monthly, because I did make some purchases. But there's one thing that you guys probably are seeing new if you are a returning viewer, and that is I did add an options returns. So right here, this is return on my money invested. So this is the percentage I've been returned so far for what I've been selling options on my money that I have actually placed into the portfolio. This doesn't include capital appreciation and stuff. So we're at 3.48% return so far, so it's pretty great to see. But we're gonna, I believe I have a goal of about like 4%, which is about $4,800 in the year. So we'll see if we can achieve that. But on the annual dividends here, you'll see that so far 2023, $1,826.16, guys. We had to do absolutely nothing. This is passive income, which is very, very awesome. On the quarterly, you'll see Q2, guys, we're $1,006.81. We're actually going to be working on Q3, which we actually already got one of the dividend kings that paid us out, which was Altria. Very, very juicy dividend. We're just waiting on JP Morgan, which I'll show you once we jump over there. On the options premium here, we're actually down in the red, guys. $884.66 for options premium. If I show you the options in general, we're down to about $3,985. Our major goal for this is to try to get it to about 4,800. That will accomplish that goal for us, which if I show you guys here my goals, which we try to stay focused every single week. First one is to reach 20,000 subscribers. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing with that notification. Definitely would appreciate it. As well, if you wouldn't mind dropping a big thumbs up on the video, guys, definitely goes a long way, costs you nothing, and then it helps promote my channel. But goal number 2, guys, which is to try to get to $325 per month on average. We've already surpassed that, guys, and we still have a couple more months. We're gonna see if we can get to $400, about maybe $375 to about $400. We'll see what we get. Anything on top of that is just the cherry on top, because we've already met our goal. Goal number 3 is to reach about $118,000 invested in my own money. As you'll see here, we're at $114,501 invested. We continue to put money into the portfolio no matter what, which that is goal number 4, to dollar cost average $100 into the portfolio at a minimum, no matter what's going on here. And then goal number 5 is to drip an additional $100 into a company that is actually going to be going ex-dividend date. So I'll show you that shortly. We'll look at which companies are going ex-dividend date, and then that way we can get the dividend for that quarter, and it can drip and compound a little bit much faster. Goal number 6, again, this one's the $400 per month on average for selling options. We just gotta get about $4,800, which if you take 400 times 12, then that gives you about 4,800. And that is kind of what we're trying to aim, which is roughly about 4% or so. up when you divide it by the amount that we have invested. And then goal number 7, which was an addition, was to try to get to SCHD to 1,000 shares. We'll see if we can achieve that, guys. I'm pretty confident we will. But if I show you guys here on the payout, you'll see we do have JP Morgan, which is actually going to pay us on the 31st of July. And this is a script I do have, guys. It's completely available for free. We'll kick it off later in the video, see if any new companies announce dividends. But again, all these things that I do have available for free, just check them out. Let me know what you think. Any improvements would definitely be great. And all I ask in return, again, is that you're subscribed with that bell notification. Yeah, anyways, JP Morgan, and then we have Starbucks on the 25th, but ex-dividend date for Starbucks, so we'll have to buy about $100 worth of Starbucks, and then on the 16th, so a day before these, I will have to buy $100 worth of these companies. That way we can get the ex-dividend date, we can get that dividend. So pretty cool to see, guys. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started, guys. So you'll see that the portfolio is at $210,710.07. Day change is about $116.01, which is about 0.06% on the day change. On the 2-year change, again, this portfolio has only been on this account for about maybe a year or so, almost a year. But I have been investing since 2019. But you'll see it's a $22,599.83, which is about 12.01%. If we look at the positions, you'll see that our total return so far on capital appreciation is a 91.77%, which is roughly about $96,838.97. If we look at the cash balance here, we do have about $8,343.62. This actually has gone down, and that is because I did roll some of my covered calls. I rolled them up in strike price. I had to pay a debit amount, but that is okay because I'm trying to move up, and hopefully we can eventually see how far we can go up. If we look here, guys, I do have the covered calls on Apple. 2 of them were in the money on this one. This doesn't expire till the 15th of September, so I don't have to worry about it till then. And then we're kind of deep in the money. A lot of these technology companies are kind of like pretty overextended in the charts. As you saw this past week, Netflix and Tesla did drop about almost 10%, I believe. So hopefully we get a huge nice pullback, and this creates a great buying opportunity, as well a great opportunity to roll up. We do have JP Morgan, which I have about 140 shares. I do have a covered call at 146, which would expire next week. They actually went up huge to $154, almost $155, so I'm kind of trying to manage this one. And then Altria, guys, we had a covered call on this one. We rolled it up, and eventually we were able to actually get out of it. So next week I'll place another covered call. We'll see what happens. And then we have Microsoft here, which we have another covered call here. We're trying to manage this one as well. And then the Nvidia one, guys. So on the Nvidia, I did go up by about $5 in strike price when I rolled up. I did pay some money to do this, and that is okay because there was actually no point, or I guess I couldn't really roll to $165 strike price. They only had 160 or 170, so I decided to just go ahead and pay and move up in strike price there. We do have Starbucks, Visa, or I guess Starbucks, Lockheed Martin, Visa, Costco, Union Pacific, and Waste Management. Hopefully we can get these to 100 shares eventually. And then, guys, the last one we do have is SCHD, which we have 681 shares, which we actually also had some cash secured puts here. So the beautiful thing about this, guys, we placed those cash secured puts. Of course, SCHD is currently trading about $74.97. So those cash secured puts we actually placed, they expired worthless. So we got to keep our money that we would have used to purchase those 100 shares. Plus, they also paid us a premium, so we got to make that in profit, and that's a pretty great thing to do. I'll probably be placing some more cash secured puts on SCHD next week. We'll see what happens. If I show you guys here on the performance, you'll see that we're up about $14,399.98, which this is pretty cool to see, going in the green. Rate of return 7.22%. And then if we look on the investment income, we're projected to make about $4,108.43, which is projecting to make about $342.37 per month. On August, it's going to be such a low dividend amount, $107.69, but that's okay because September is going to be very, very juicy, $648.48 in dividends, and then October, $270.94 there. If we look at the history, I can show you guys that we went ahead and started on the 16th all the way till the 22nd of July. If we scroll to the very bottom, not much activity here, guys. On the 20th, I did deposit $100, and that is to meet our goal of dollar cost averaging into the portfolio, $100 minimum. So on the 21st, I did buy $100 worth of Union Pacific at about $216.91, which is about 0.46 shares, almost half a share there. And then on the 21st as well, I went ahead and rolled JP Morgan. I actually paid on this to roll up because I'm kind of in the money on them, but I did do a buy to close. So we bought back the 145 strike price covered call that expired on the 21st of July. We paid about $1,075.66, and then we actually were able to sell up. So we did a sell to open covered call for 146 strike price, which expires next week on the 28th. We paid about what was this, or I guess they paid us about $999.33, which we paid roughly about maybe $76 or so in debits there, but that's okay. Because we got to move up in strike price. The next one here we do have, which was we did roll our Nvidia, so we did a buy to close. We bought back the covered call of Nvidia, which was a strike price of 165 that expired on the 21st. We actually paid $28,374.66, and then we were able to do a sell to open, so we rolled up to 170 strike price that expires next week on the 28th. We actually received $27,888.12. So if you subtract the difference here, that is what we ended up paying in debits. It was probably around $470-ish or so. I'm not 100% sure there, but we were able to move up. And hopefully we can, start selling some more covered calls at 170 next week. We'll see what happens. But if we go ahead and click the calculate dividends, you'll see that we didn't make any passive income this week. We actually lost money because we had to roll those, but in general, we're still in the green because we do have premium collected for the year so far. But this is what I have for you guys in the history. Let's go ahead and jump over to the Google Sheets so I can show you guys everything we made. So again, I already have a copy of this over here. That way we can kind of see the difference whenever we kick it off. And again, this is the new thing I just added. So we're at 3.48% return on our money invested, selling options, which is very awesome. Again, options premiums, you'll see that a lot of these are in the green except for July. We're really down in the money, or I guess deep in the money for this one, $884.66. But that's okay because we're still profitable for the year. We're at $3,985.34. You'll see that every other month we've been in the green, and then just July, which is the one that we've try to actually roll up some of our covered calls, but you'll see that these past 2 weeks we had to actually pay, and then the first week of July we made $160.09. But that's okay, we still have next week. We'll see what happens with the market, especially with major earnings being reported. It'll definitely create a very, very volatile market for us, which create great opportunities in general. But if I show you guys here the dividend payout, we do have 4 companies that have announced dividends. If I go up here to portfolio tools, get latest dividends, this will get wiped. It'll go out and see if any of our companies in our portfolio announce dividends for us. So we give it a second or two. Looks like there's nothing yet, but anyways, if you did have this script, you probably see a lot more companies depending if they did announce dividends. But very cool to see. We're going to be waiting on JP Morgan's dividend. And then guys, if we go over here to settings, we can go ahead and get rid of this. That way we can actually jump over to Empower and grab the latest version of our portfolio that contains our purchases for this past week. So I'll see you guys over there. Alright guys, so we're here at Empower in my Schwab account. You'll see this green button, click on it. This copies the content of my portfolio into the clipboard, which then we can jump back over, right click, paste special values only. And I do have tutorials for all this stuff, guys. I know if some of you guys are new, but if we go to holdings, this is my old positions from last week. One of the things I do want to point out, and if I stretch this a little bit, that way you guys can kind of see it. There we go. So you'll see that these are the options I do have. So there was an SCHD cash secured put and another SCHD cash secured put, which they did expire worthless, guys, which is a beautiful thing there. We just got to keep the premium. You'll see this will be gone once we click on it, but click portfolio tools, update portfolio holdings. This will be wiped and it'll be calculating the new stuff. If we jump over here, you'll see that everything is being calculated. We should see this much higher. On the dividend yield, guys, projected, it's a 1.96% compared to last week of 1.97%. That is potentially because the portfolio did go move up in price. And then on the yield on cost for us, it's 3.91% compared to 3.96%. So it's gone down. On the yearly, we're projected to make $4,130.80 compared to last week of $4,128.41, which is about $1 or $2 that we did go up. On the monthly, we only went up, or I guess we did go up. We went up by 20 pennies. So we're making 20 more pennies every month now. On the week, we're projected to make about 5 pennies every week now. And on the day, we're projected to make 1 more penny every single day. Hourly, we're still making 47 cents every single hour. But on the hourly work wage, this is if our portfolio was to go work a 40-hour work week, they would get paid an hourly rate of $1.99 for every hour. Compared to $1.98 last week. I guess they were being a great employee, and you know, they got a raise of 1 penny. Eventually we're going to try to get this to minimum wage. We'll see how long that takes, guys, but that'll be a huge milestone. But yeah, guys, this is actually all I have for you guys in this video. Don't forget to subscribe with that notification. Definitely would appreciate it. Costs you nothing to drop a big thumbs up on the video. Definitely appreciate it there. Helps out the channel and help me reach that 20,000 subscriber mark goal that we do have. That is all up to you guys. But this is actually all I have. If you stuck all the way to the very end, let me know by dropping a hashtag options, because guys, we are getting some pretty nice profits with options. Some of them we are in the money, but that is okay, because again, remember guys, that when you sell covered calls, you want to be certain that you are okay letting the stock with you know, letting the stock go at that price, because they could move upwards. The reason why I'm rolling, I could potentially try to see if I can get out of the way. You know, I'm also trying to avoid a taxable event for this year, just because I've sold some profits in another account, and yeah, I'm just trying to avoid it. Maybe next year I'll take those profits, but we'll see what happens. Again, I'll see you guys in the comment section. Take care, stay safe out there. Bye guys.